Ladies and gentlemen, today I feel like a kid on Christmas Day as I have got so much awesome stuff to unbox with you guys. I cannot wait. Two big products launched today, the brand new iPhone 11 and also the Nintendo Switch LITE. As you know, I'm a big gamer and I also use my phone all the time, so I've got both of them ready to share with you guys. Number one is my personal iPhone 11 Max Pro. Honestly, the names get so confusing now. People have talked about how ridiculous the camera looks, but I actually have legitimate reasons to upgrade to this thing, which I'll explain in a second. If you thought one wasn't enough, I do actually have two. This one isn't actually mine. It is my fiance's Claire's iPhone. I'm actually kind of jealous because the green looks very nice on the box, but apparently when you open it up, it's a little bit darker. I'll have to leave this one for her to unbox, and I'll maybe show you guys later a little bit of a sneak peek at the green color. And then I also picked up this thing right here. It is the new compact version of a Nintendo Switch. I actually only ordered this yesterday, having seen a few pictures online. It was a lot smaller than I expected, and we do a lot of Switch gaming, specifically Fire Emblem. Also releasing today is a new Link's Awakening Zelda game, so I had to pick it up. We're going to be unboxing both of them, guys. If you could pick one of these to have, which one would you go for? The new iPhone or the new Nintendo Switch LITE? Let me know. I'm going to be doing a size comparison of all of these once they're finally unboxed. I'm going to be starting off with this one because my plan is to unbox this, set it up, and then do the rest of the unboxing and vlog for this thing on the new iPhone 11's camera, see just how good it is. If you are new around here, welcome to my second channel, MoreAli-A. I don't post very often here, but feel free to subscribe. And more importantly, need a free hand here. Make sure to give it a big fat thumbs up if you want to see more occasional vlogs on this channel of things I get up to behind the normal just Fortnite gaming videos. And without further ado, let's get unboxing. Just have to move Oliver off my desk. He's not very happy, but it is here, the iPhone 11. As I said, this is the biggest version, also the biggest capacity version, and it's in space gray. Let's get it open. Now, I mentioned that I needed this legitimately for a good reason. The biggest thing being that my old phone, look at this, that's how smashed it was. All of that from a drop from my pocket as I was sat on the floor, probably about 2 centimeters. Also, this is 256 gigabytes and it's completely full to a point where now my phone is just deleting apps all the time because I don't have enough space. So this 512 one is very much needed. You always gotta love the slow opening. Here it is. Look at that. So this is a matte background, whereas the old one was like a gloss. Can you see the reflection difference there? I much prefer this. This is my first time getting a good look at the camera, and side by side, yeah, I mean, it is pretty big. Ooh, so I can feel it straight away. One thing I did hear is that this new Pro 11 does feel a lot heavier, and yeah, I can feel the weight instantly. But this also has a longer battery life. The cameras, obviously, which you're gonna be checking out in a bit, are better. So generally, for somebody that literally uses this phone for work all the time, it's useful. You guys ready for the best bit of any unboxing? Man, it does look good. As the phone turns on for the very first time, inside here you get for the very first time, I believe it's an 18-watt charger. I think the old ones were 12. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this thing's going to charge super fast using USB-C to obviously the iPhone port. You don't get any AirPods, unfortunately. Luckily, I've already got some. And then this is a new cable, USB-C to Lightning port. This is a little bit worrying, but the back of the phone feels ridiculously hot already. Hopefully, that's not going to be an issue. You never want your phone to overheat, especially when it's not that warm and you've only just turned it on. So this is new, I believe, for iOS 13. You can have light mode, which is what iPhone has always been, or dark mode, which is very popular on things like, I think, Reddit and Twitter. I use it on Twitter personally. I'm going to give dark mode a go. I'm now attempting to transfer and sync over 256 gigabytes worth of stuff to this new phone. This could take a while. All right, slight change in unboxing order because apparently the phone that I use hasn't been updated on iCloud for over a week. So I'm going to update that before I set up the new phone. But good news, Claire is back and has let me take a look at her new phone as well. I actually forgot that she didn't quite get the bigger model. So if you put them side by side, hers is a little bit smaller. Let's take a closer look at these. So here's both of them side by side. Very subtle color, but I can't lie, I do like it a lot. This is the iPhone 11 Pro, and this is the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So just a little bit bigger, but the exact same cameras on both of them. Which color do you guys prefer? Let me know down below. And I definitely won't be switching with Claire because I like the bigger size. So that's definitely Claire's, guys. Thank goodness we have really fast internet because my iPhone has backed up. Despite that, I'm going to unbox this next and then use it once it's opened up to take a look at the iPhone 11's camera. It is very, very small. Take a look at that. Jeez, this thing is tiny. So Claire and I did a little bit of research on this thing yesterday. There's essentially 3 types of Nintendo Switches out there right now. The original ones, which are called the Nintendo Switch V1, the Nintendo Switch V2, which I believe are all of the ones that were made around about August from this year onwards, so very recent, and this thing. The old Nintendo Switches don't have great battery life. The new full-size Nintendo Switches have got the best battery life, and this thing kind of sits in between. So we currently have the old Nintendo Switches, so we do get a slight bump in battery life here. Main thing to note is that you cannot detach the side of the devices here. The Joy-Cons are just part of the actual design. It's basically a massive Game Boy Advance. Actually, I don't know how many of you guys would know what a Game Boy Advance is, but it is a big version of that. That's Claire's happy dance because she's got a new iPhone. Currently, you can only get the Nintendo Switch Lite in 3 colors, gray, yellow, and like a sort of turquoisey color. Did buy a very handy 256 gigabyte micro SD. Can't lie, I'm a big fan of digital games. I'd much rather than just have them all on the system rather than switching in all of the cards every time. Despite that, I have got the physical card for the new Zelda, but it's all good. All right, let's turn it on the very first time and hope it's got some battery in it. Hey! Since tweeting a picture of me getting the Nintendo Switch Lite with the new Zelda game, a lot of you guys have asked for a walkthrough. I can't offer that. Honestly, I only play the Switch in my spare time for like fun, which is not often I get to play games for fun, but this game so far, I've only just boosted up, looks amazing. This is my complete collection on my old Switch of everything that's at least installed or downloaded. So many good games here, and again, I would say if you play your Switch mainly portable, this is definitely a good option, but if you want to plug it into the TV, you can't do it with the Nintendo Switch Lite. Just make sure you guys are aware of that, just in case you didn't realize, but honestly, I can't wait. I'm actually going away this weekend. I'm going to take this with me, and it's going to be super easy to bring. Let's take a look at the difference between the sizes of all of the Nintendo Switches compared to an iPhone as well. This is the regular Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch Lite, and then an iPhone, the old one, X Max. So you can see that the size difference between these two is pretty big. They both have screen brightness on max setting now, and you can see that actually the Lite looks a little bit better. You've got to bear in mind that you are on a smaller screen, so if you're not very good at seeing the finicky thing, like the text, for example, in Fire Emblem, then this screen is definitely a noticeably bit smaller. But if you want something more portable, I mean, it's big, but you could still put it in your pocket, pop it in your bag more easily. And honestly, I almost never plug my Switch in and actually play it on a screen. So for me, this thing is amazing. If you're looking to get one, maybe it's helped you made a decision. All right, my iPhone is getting there, backing up all of the stuff. So let's test out the camera. First up, video. This is using the 3 cameras on the back of the phone. And this is what it looks like in normal video mode. You can then zoom in twice as much with the tap of a button and zoom back out again. And this is going to be the wide, the ultra wide view. So let's take a look at this. That is so cool. You couldn't see most of my setup without it, and this is what it looks like. That's what it would be normal, ultra wide. It's awesome. It's so good for recording videos. Of course, it's got this feature for photos as well. A new feature is that actually it expands what it can see beyond the viewfinder here to like the rest of the phone. You can actually turn that off. This is a normal picture. You can then again zoom in twice to get a more detailed or closer up view. And then again, you can go back to ultra wide. So let's take a look at this in photo mode. Holy! You can even see my foot sticking out there. This for me is the feature I'm most looking forward to, and I can't wait to mess around not only with video but pictures as well with this. Another feature that I can't wait to try out but won't work currently is nighttime mode. So I'm going to switch off all of the lights in this room. Hopefully it's dark enough. Okay, so I've managed to fake activate it. So if you see that little icon in the top right, basically you can't activate night mode yourself. You can only activate it if the sensor thinks it's dark enough. So it thinks this room is dark enough, which is great. So I can snap a few pics. And you yourself can actually change the exposure on the nighttime picture as well, which is quite cool. So you can brighten it up a little bit depending on what you feel the picture needs. This obviously would work a million times better, like in an actual environment outside at nighttime. But considering there's no lights on in here at all, still does a pretty good job. I'm also very excited to use this as well. You know what? I think that may be everything. thing. I've got my game starting to download on my Switch. I've got all of my apps started to update on my phone, which is no doubt going to take a little bit of time. But they're all set up and they're all getting there ready for full-time usage. Let me know which of these, as I said down below, you would prefer if you had a choice of getting them. I'm loving both of them, and I know I've only had them for like an hour or so, but I can't wait to use them even more. Hope you've enjoyed this unboxing. If you want to see more of stuff like this on the channel, do give it a thumbs up. You guys are awesome and have an amazing rest of the day. Goodbye.